Hi, I'm Alicia and welcome to my channel Papercraft Secrets. Today I'm sharing a set of 3 cards that I made with the Stamperia Hortensia collection. This is a card class for Paper Flourish. The lovely Beck will be teaching this class in Adelaide. Here are the 3 cards that we're making today. They are slimline cards we're using a die cut, and we're using some beautiful flowers and some lovely ribbon to embellish our cards. So let's get started with the creation of our cards. We're going to create an 8x8 square. So we're cutting this at 8 inches and we're cutting it again at 8 inches. Now I'm using basil cardstock. I'm going to use 2 pages of mauve ice and 1 page of stone wash. We're going to fold our 8x8 square in half, and that will create our slimline card. Here we go with our second piece, cutting it at 8 inches, cutting it again at 8 inches, and folding that in half. Now you can use a bone folder to smooth your edges down, and that gives you a lovely neat fold on your card. Here's our third card now. There we go, smoothing that down, and there's our 3 cards. So you can see we've got 2 from the mauve ice and we've got 1 from the stone wash colours, and that's the basil cardstock at 8x8 inches. We're moving on to our next step now. This is where you need to choose some of your Stamperia paper that you're going to use. Now we are going to cut our Stamperia paper at 7 3/4 inches and 3 3/4 inches. So this will leave a nice border around the edge of the card. Here we're cutting again. Going to cut it 7 3/4 and 3 3/4 to create a rectangle. The hardest part of this is deciding what part of the paper to use, because this Stamperia Hortensia paper is really beautiful and it's quite difficult to choose which side you want to use with your cards. Now we are using a die in this set of cards, and this is a Couture Creations ornamental lace die. There are 2 dies in this kit, and I've just got the larger circle die first. Now you will need your die cutting machine, and here I am choosing the stone wash cardstock. This was the scrap left over from our 8x8 square. We are going to roll that through our die cutting machine, and we're going to pull that out and pull out our die. We're going to make some out of the pink cardstock as well, the mauve ice. You can also make these dies out of your Stamperia papers. There really are endless possibilities of how many cards you make from these papers with the different combinations of papers and colours. Once you have your papers cut out with your die, you now need to go through and just press out all of the little tiny holes in the die to create that doily effect. We're going to take our leftover scraps and we're going to cut a rectangle that measures 7 inches by 2.5 inches. This is going to be a layer on top of our cards. We are going to need 3 of these, so we're going to cut again at 7 inches and cut at 2.5 inches. Now there's our second rectangle, and then again at 7 inches and 2.5 inches. So each card will have this cardstock layer for the front of the card. Next, you need to choose another lovely paper from the Hortensia collection, and this time we're going to cut our paper at 6 3/4 by 2 1/4. So choose your patterns carefully. So that you can get the part that you want from the paper on your card. So there's our 6 3/4 by 2 1/4 rectangle, and that will sit perfectly on top of our layer of cardstock. Six 3/4 by 2 1/4 rectangle from the Stamperia Papers. Let's find another little bit. Choosing our papers so that we've got the part that we want to see on our card. There's our second rectangle. I like the hydrangeas in these papers. I think they're really pretty. And I end up going back and changing my middle strip so that I've got another hydrangea on all 3 of the cards. So like I said before, you could make these cards over and over again, and each one would be unique and beautiful because there's so much potential with the papers and with the die cut. The next step is to choose your sentiments. I chose 3 generic sentiments for my cards, but there's a lot of sentiments in the papers, so you could choose anything that suits the card that you're creating. I'd like you to fussy cut those out so that we can use those on our cards. Now we almost have everything ready to go. We're now going to use the smaller die to create 3 smaller circles for each card, 1 for each card. So I'm choosing to use some of the Stamperia paper for this die. You could choose that as well, or you could choose cardstock. Now that we have all of our pieces ready, we can now begin to assemble our card. But did you see what I just did? I changed the papers that I was going to use. I couldn't decide between which side of the paper to use because it's both such pretty papers. So you might find the same when you're making your card. You might find yourself turning it over and going, oh, hang on, that's too pretty to glue down. So what we're going to do now is we will glue down the first layer of paper onto our card. And we're also going to glue our smaller rectangle down onto our cardstock. So we're just gluing paper onto cardstock in this step, just with normal glue, or you could use double-sided tape. Positioning it so it's nice and straight. The advantage of glue is that you can move it a little bit after you place it down, so if you don't get it straight the first time, you can gently move it to the side until it is straight. And I think glue is also a lot quicker than the tape. You just need to find a good glue that doesn't warp the paper. Now we have all 3 of our papers ready, and you can see the pretty hydrangea at the front of each card. Our next step is we're going to add some foam dots or you could use recycled cardboard to layer each of these rectangles onto the card, but we're actually giving a little bit of three-dimensional space in between the layers, so that creates a little more interest for our cards. Now we have the base of our cards complete, and we're going to work with our die cuts. We're going to layer the smallest die cut on top of the larger die cut, and we're going to use the three-dimensional dots or squares to layer that on to create that layered effect. Everything's looking really good. Now we're moving on to the embellishment part of the card. We've got the main structure bit done. We're going to put our sentiment in the middle of the circular die cut, but we're going to have it on the left hand side. This will enable us to do a floral cluster on the right hand side. So we've popped our sentiments on with the foam dots. We're going to use the foam dots again to pop that die cut circle onto the top layer of our card. So we are creating a lot of layers in these cards, and we're creating space between the layers. Just make sure that your sentiment is not overhanging the edge of the card. Now, Paper Flourish have a gorgeous range of flowers and paper blooms in their store. And if you're like me and you like flowers, it's lovely to have such a great range of flowers to play with. I particularly liked these blossoms here. They're quite flat, but they're very pretty. So I'm going to be using 2 of each of these on each card. So I've got a darker purple and a lighter purple, and I'm positioning them in a diagonal way. The dark purple is at the top and the lighter purple is at the bottom, and they're going to be on the side of the die cut. I'm also using these little flower buds. I'm going to have 1 on each card, and it's just going to pop out at the top there. I also love these roses. They're a decent size and they've got a really lovely shape to them. I found some beautiful dark purple roses that's available at Paper Flourish. Paper Flourish also have these lovely flat back pearls. They're in like a sort of silver grey colour. I'm going to try to add those in to the cards as well. They also have a great range of sparkly jewels and things. So if you are down at Paper Flourish in Adelaide, make sure you check out all of their embellishments. Now these cards really do need some Shabby Chic ribbon, and Paper Flourish have a beautiful ribbon down there. I'm not sure what they call it, but I love it. It's not really crinkly, but it's very soft and delicate, and it's just perfect for adding to your cards or your layouts. Now that we've got everything ready to go in terms of our embellishments, it's now up to gluing everything down. So we're going to glue our bow on first, and then we're going to glue down our 2 flowers. Then we're going to add our little bud flower at the top there, and that's looking really pretty. Then we've got our beautiful dark purple rose over at the side. Needs a little bit more glue. I love that one. Now I actually changed my mind a little bit here. I'm thinking that the card needs a little bit extra ribbon. So I made another bow and I choose to stick that on top of the other ribbons, that we've got more of a chunky looking bow there. So we're going for a shabby chic look. Even though we're using purples and blues, we've got a shabby chic look happening here. Then I decide that I'm going to use that half silver dome to put on top of the knot of the ribbon. So now it's just a matter of repeating that same process on each one of the cards, gluing down the ribbon, gluing down the flowers, adding some more ribbon on top for that chunkier look. Again, this is optional. You could just keep a single bow if you preferred, and then putting down that silver pearl. Moving on to the last card now. Bow, flowers, extra ribbon, and the silver pearl. Now we could leave our cards like that, or we could take advantage of the birds and the dragonflies and the butterflies that you can fussy cut from this collection, and you could add in one of those or a couple of those to each card to create a very unique card. So we've just added in a couple of butterflies and a dragonfly and a bird to add to our cards, and that's our finished cards. I really hope you like these cards. They really do have that shabby chic feel. If you would like to make these cards in person, in class at Paper Flourish, please give them a call and book yourself in for the class. Alternatively, you can request a kit to be sent to your home address, and you can create this set of cards at home with this YouTube video. I really appreciate you watching the video. I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel for more sets of beautiful cards. Thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely crafty day.